Hey everyone, welcome to Plants and Politics. I have information about unemployment, and I'm just going to warn you up front. The numbers look good if you don't look at them too close. You don't consider all the facts. But I'm sure the administration is going to be pushing the surface level information to try to make their case that the economy is getting better. And of course, they're still talking about how great the stock market is doing, which doesn't affect the majority of people in this country. So the Labor Department issued their numbers for last week, and first-time unemployment claims fell slightly last week as compared to the previous week. So 881,000 people filed for the first time, and continued unemployment claims, which refers to people filing for unemployment for a minimum of 2 weeks in a row, that number also dipped. So 13.3 million Americans continued to receive benefits. So that's still a huge number. But the top line numbers show that that's dropped by over 1 million over the course of 1 week, right? So 13.3 million total receiving unemployment benefits, but that's down by 1 million. That would be normally considered a win. However, there were an additional 759,482 people, so almost another 800,000, who filed for assistance with the government's Pandemic Unemployment Assistance Program. So what that is a program that was created for people who aren't eligible for traditional unemployment benefits. That number increased week over week by more than 150,000 Americans. And overall, 29 million Americans were still on some form of unemployment assistance by the end of last week. The real problem, and what makes this all scary, is that unemployment benefits typically end after 26 weeks. So many of these people who were laid off or furloughed early in the pandemic and have continued receiving benefits are about to lose everything. All of their benefits are going to end soon. In addition, several large corporations have now announced plans to permanently lay off previously furloughed workers. So employees who had been furloughed, who were just, out, but still essentially tied to the company and waiting for news of when they would be returning, those employees now are going to be actually laid off because corporations are not going to be receiving assistance to keep them on the payroll. So, for example, just this week, MGM Resorts laid off 18,000 workers. So those numbers are going to show in next week's stats. And many of the largest airlines announced last month, actually mid-August, that they would be laying off tens of thousands of workers in addition to what they've already done. So American Airlines said they may have to fire up to 20,000 employees. United Airlines estimates that they may have to let go of 36,000 employees. Spirit Airlines said that they'll likely have to furlough 20 to 30% of their employees by October, so just next month. Alaska Airlines expects to reduce its staff by 7,000 before the end of the year. And Hawaiian Airlines believes that before next summer, they'll have to cut between 15 to 25% of their workforce. And remember, with the loss of employment comes a loss of health insurance in the middle of a global pandemic. The American people are screwed because they're literally losing their livelihoods, having to tap into any savings that they might have had if they had any to begin with. They're on the verge of losing their homes. And I'm going to talk in another podcast about this ridiculous Band-Aid that the president is putting on evictions. It's just a joke. So yeah, it's just horrific. And then to lose your health insurance on top of it, I just don't know. We are in a world of hurt right now, and none of the leaders on either side of the aisle have any credibility, and they don't seem to give a damn. They're in their little DC bubble. They don't seem to be paying attention to what average Americans are living through. And the wealthiest among us are doing great. So, yeah, that's who they hang out with. That's who they're hearing from. It's pathetic. Anyway, guys, as always, like, share, subscribe. I will let you know what happens next week with these numbers, but right now it's not looking too good. So, as always, take care. Thanks for listening to Plants and Politics. The only way we can take our country and power back is to spread the truth and build an army. So remember to like, follow, subscribe, and share on Facebook, YouTube, and wherever you listen to your podcasts. Thanks again.